Hey, what's up everybody, it's Crystal Digital Rim, and in this video we're going to show you some of the techniques that we use to manipulate photos for our Instagram profile. Boom. So we're pretty much going to start with Photoshop. We're going to go ahead and open up Photoshop here. Alright. So pretty much now we are going to take this photo. This is a photo that that my wife took of me, and at the end of the day, what I want to happen here is just create a canvas for us to insert, you know, tweets or whatever the case may be right here. So we're gonna have tweets, and it's pretty much like me looking off at the tweet. So boom, let's just get creative with this and have some fun doing this. And I'm gonna try to explain the best of what I'm doing as we do it. So pretty much let's go. Boom. First thing is I created a new layer, and then, you know, pretty much turn the visibility of the reference off. So we're gonna have the reference layer and we have the main layer. Image. Right? And what I want to do first and foremost, this is usually the hardest and most tedious part, but once you get it done, it's done for good. So we're just gonna go ahead and get through it. And that's cropping out. Some people like to say cropping, some people like to say rotoscoping, but cropping out the area, selecting ourselves. So if something like this happens, this is kind of, I did want this to happen at least one time, but something like this happens where now you have something selected that you don't want, you can hold down Alt, let's say, because everything inside of this is selected. So you can hold down Alt and it will have a minus sign, and you can hit that minus sign, it will subtract whatever you select. If you hit the shift sign, if you hit shift, it adds. So let's just add, let's continue on. And we'll subtract out of the other one. So it's adding, it's going to add these elements, and we're just going to fill that in. And we might actually even include the little ledge we're sitting on. I'm not sure yet. See, it selected all of that. We're going to subtract everything in here. Boom. We did the Alt select, and it removed that one. Now you can see we're just going to give an overview selection of what we have. We're going to add this one at the bottom. And it looks like we selected everything. There's no hole. There are no holes. And what you want to do, this is a tip. This is what you consider a mask. What you want to do, you don't want to hit the delete button. It's tempting to just hit the delete button and you get rid of everything. But if you do it that way, you can't bring everything back. So what we're going to do is consider it a mask. I'm going to show you what that is real quick. So a mask, we have everything selected, and it's going to mask everything. So it's going to give a value of either black or white. Black being off, white being on. Black being it's fully transparent. White meaning it's fully opaque. So we're going to do that. So you see, it made everything that's white in this alpha channel, everything white you can see, everything black you can't see. And why I said it's important to do, because now that we did the rough of the alpha channel, and we didn't delete it, now you can go back in with the brush tool and refine some of these edges so it won't be all jagged looking like that. Right? So you define the edges, and we want to define it with white right now. So we're going to do this as white. We're just going to fix that lip a little bit. like so. Round that nose out like that. Get that hat. Now this part is just like drawing, like you just draw. And draw that hat on. We're smooth. See, I went a little out. There we go. Let's keep it like that. The little button at the top of my hat. Let's just round that out a little bit. Let's see. There we go. We don't want to be again, trying our best not to be perfectionist on this. So now we can remove ourselves, take ourselves out. So we're gonna just do another one. We're gonna play around with this background a little bit. Let's see what we can what we can do. So let's do this. Let's try something like edit filter. I mean, no. We're gonna do a layer. We're gonna do a layer levels. Adjustment levels. And on the levels, we're just gonna actually let's do a filter. Let's see what the filter gallery looks like. We have multiple options for this filter gallery. I will bring it down here so we can see for everybody. So you have all of these different options when you do your filter gallery to choose from. And what I'm going to do is find one that's interesting. You know, something like that. Boom, something like that. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and I'm gonna try something real quick. Let's go ahead and apply a same thing. We're applying a mask, and we're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing where we're gonna increase the size of that brush. And then select our areas where we want to subtract. So we want to increase the size of the brush, like so. Even more, even. Yeah. And just like that. let's throw a tempted to do a multiply over it. Then just drop the opacity. Like that. I mean, that's something. I'm not in love with it. It's something though. Let's see if we can change up this image adjustment. Now, overall, this image could be better. Because this image is kind of dark. So we're going to do some adjustment on that image before we get into other stuff. So let's go at the levels. See if we can brighten this up just a little bit without killing it. Thing is, I don't like I'm getting a lot of noise. I don't like that. The color noise, this image. And we're going to go with that one though. And same thing with the alpha channel. Alpha channel. You can do the same exact thing. You can lower the opacity this time, no. And then take down the hardness so it's a little softer. Because now what we're gonna do is create some artificial shadowing. Now that we have this one to be more of our like harder colors, we're just gonna create some artificial shadowing. So some under the neck, a little bit. Make it bigger. It's a little big right there. So some under the neck. Let's do a little artificial shadows. Some between the legs here. Some on that lower arm. And we just want to emphasize the highlighted areas at the end of the day. And it's pretty much everywhere you see is kind of dark already. Like so. And that's where your art comes back out, like where you have fun. As if you were drawing this image. Or at least lighting the image. Boom. All right. So this one I do want to, let's try to see if we sharpen it a little bit. Let's see if we, with HDRI toning, let's see if that'll make it better. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Alright, we're gonna have to sharpen just with the tools then. Make sure you get them eyes. That's one of the things people really notice once you, if the image is high definition, if they can notice your eyes and see that your eyes are sharp, and any identifying icons or logos or things like that as well. I'm just sharpening these up. And usually when you sharpen, like if you have jewelry on, you sharpen that jewelry, those highlights are gonna pop. Just like that. You let them highlights pop. We're gonna sharpen up this Dream Bigger shirt. Text. Like this, always use sharpen. Sharpen it up. Just like that. Boom. Do that ear a little bit. Make sure that eye is sharp though. That's the most important part, is the eye. Out of everything, the eyes has to be the sharpest. Everything else is like secondary. Boom. So we just took this image from this to this with a couple layer adjustment layers. We added a screen to this this layer here. So boom, we went from here, the original image, brightened it up a little bit, added some extra elements. Like so. All right. One of the things that we are also going to do is on this layer, let's get rid of this little. We're going to do a layer style. We're going to do we want to do a drop shadow or a glow. Let's do a glow. Like so. And in the glow, we're gonna preview it. Let's go ahead and there we go. Now this is where you just get creative, really. At the end of the day, like, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with this yet, but I do like how it kind of just separates the elements. Now this is a advanced technique here. Can I do it? Here it is. Where it's like you're adding and again, some people take these as cheesy. Some people, you know, they like them. So we just gonna roll with it. For now, I'm not in love with it. I'm not, you know, hating it either. It's kind of, I have no feelings towards it. One thing I do want to try, let's try some different. So we do have a color palette, so we want to stay consistent with the brand. As you might see, there's a lot of colors in here that don't even match our brand colors. The brand colors being that teal, and then our secondary color being a purple, and then we have an orange, I believe, as well. So we're gonna try to stay consistent with the brand colors by adding a filter to this image. So we're gonna go ahead and, or an adjustment. Yeah, adjustment. Let's do adjustment. I'm gonna do the levels. So what I want to do is turn the reds. Anything that's red, I want to make that purple. As close to the, and then anything that's, oh shoot. And then anything that's blue, I want to make close to our, without crunching the colors all the way like that. try it again. And let's do the hue saturation because I want to change the colors. I don't want to just. So the blues I want to be this is more what I'm looking for here. Reds. Magentas. Yellows. Greens. All right. One more. Cayennes. All right. Boom. I'm gonna create a new layer. I'm gonna put a gradient on this layer. Gradient from black to nothing. transparent. I'm gonna gradient out this side where it says arcade and stuff. Now with the gradient, it's going from black to white and give me this weird artifact. So what I want to do is just change the value of this color to black. Like so. Then okay that. So now when I drag it, it won't give me that weird white. In reversed order. Now when I drag it, boom. All right, we have a few elements in here. All right, now we're gonna just add a couple more elements and we can pretty much be done with this thing. So I'm gonna just play around a little bit more and let's see if we delete that. If we grab this image, dang, I keep grabbing more of those images. I'm not trying to get that image. We grab this image and just move it over a little bit. Let's say we're over there, remove the effect, drop the opacity down, move it down over here. And this gives it a sense of movement, even though I'm sitting, but just makes it interesting, right? Get one more, move it over here. All right, we'll let it live for now. I'm not in love with it, but we'll let it live. I'm liking the gradient though. I think the gradient's a little hard. So what we'll do is just drop that gradient down just a little bit, like that. Let's drop these opacities down as well. Something a little more subtle, like 20%. 20%. Like that. Boom. All right. So let's just add in some branding. Let's add in some branding, right? So we have our graphics package that we use for our branding graphics. We have some, and we show you how to do this in our course. So if you're interested in that, make sure you get your membership at digitalrim.com. And we'll just do the sidebar. Let's see what that looks like. Boom, I like that. I'm liking that. Woo! Woo! I'm liking that. Okay. We have that. Let's see if we take that effect off of here. What would that look like? Now that effect hits. All right. So let's say if we Okay, let's say we add some random shapes. And these will all go under this. So we're gonna put these together, all of these together. Main subject. And this is this is pretty much our workflow. Some new shapes here. Let's grab the pen tool and let's say we do something like this. Whoa, Nelly. Okay. And at this point, I know I got a little quiet, but at this point, you're just trying to get a feel it out. I know I want text to go here. That's why I'm kind of like trying to lean in and get this text to get this part to be tie in with the text. Because this is essentially like where the text is going to be. We're going to call it out. So with that being said, I don't know if I need that effect around there like that. I think it'll be easier just to look like that. Now, with that being said, though, with that being said, though, would you like a whipped or blended? Right now, I'm trying to make the whites stand out higher and the dark stand out darker. So let's just drop the saturation down. Boom. Then we want the highlights. I want to multiply that. Screen that. Sorry, I got a little quiet, y'all. I'm trying to focus. Then it happens. Certain parts you just gotta focus on. You need to give it your attention. And I'm attempting to just enhance this photo at the end of the day. Like so. Oh man. Take a little stretch break. So we got a little overlay. The tweet, comment, whatever is gonna go right here. Everything is gonna more than likely be within this frame here. We might have to move our guy over. Let's see. I say our guy like it's not me. Let's make a guide. So this is a square frame. This would look like on Instagram. So we're gonna go ahead and move our main subject over. Just the hair. And this rectangle, I wanna see it, so let's lock it. Unlock it right now. The stroke. Just so we can see it. Unlock that real quick. Boom. Then we're gonna move our main subject over because I want him to be in the frame completely. Well, he is in the frame completely. And it look like I'm leaning. I think that'll work. We'll work with that for now. We'll just keep it like that. Boom. Let's just go ahead and I feel like it's just missing something. It's missing something, and I'm trying to put my finger on it. What we're gonna do? Let's pull some graphics from. Let's pull Dream in here. I'm gonna pull Dream in here. See what he look like. This is a render I did a while back. Ooh, I'm feeling that. Like the subtract for the text. I'm feeling that. We're gonna flip horizontal. Transform. Flip horizontal. Boom. Alright, have him. This a little extra element is still missing something because I feel like I got background, midground, but no foreground. So what we're gonna do for a foreground is just add some type of something, right? Let's just figure it out as we go. I'll harden this line. Yeah, probably something like that. Just to make it fun. I think I got it. Back to what we were kind of doing before. We're gonna add this alpha channel. And just not that one. This one. Ah. That just adds like a little bit of, and ties the glows in there. So I like that. I like that. I don't want to overwhelm right here. Now, one thing that is missing, I'm gonna put my handle here, Instagram handle. At Dream Bigger. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. One more thing. And again, you can really just end up creating more and more and more of these, right? One more thing. I'm gonna do another shape layer. I want to first then I want to create the pen tool. Then I want to just add a third one here. Like so. Just to add another extra element to that. We could thicken it up a little bit. To match the others. I don't know. Let me just keep it like this. We'll just keep it like this for now. Boom, I think that's good. I like that. So we're just gonna save this. This is good stuff here. This is good stuff here. So boom. So pretty much you just had the opportunity to see us create a graphic from a photo that we made over the weekend. So we went into Photoshop, edited the photo, enhanced the photo a little bit, brightened it up, and then added some graphic elements to it and some branding around it so we can essentially use this in Instagram to post our quotes. So when we create a quote, we'll have a nice graphic to go along with that post or that quote, and pretty much it'll be brand consistent and be engaging for the viewer. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some valuable out of this. Again, this is a process that you pretty much just get to explore what you like. At the end of the day, it's whatever you like when it comes down to it. It's just like drawing a picture. It's whatever you like, whatever resonates with you. And one of the takeaways I definitely received from doing this, at the end of the day, what I always like to push when you do a graphic or do a new graphic, take away some takeaways, like what they call post-mortem, but take away some takeaways, like what could have been better about this graphic. And one of the things I noticed that could have been better about this graphic, it was a low light situation. So we either have to increase our ISO, aperture, or f-stop in our for our photo when we're taking the picture, so we have a increased amount of being able to make this brighter. At the end of the day, I thought we captured this in raw format, but unfortunately we didn't catch this in raw format, because if we did capture in raw format, I more than likely would have had a lot more creative ability without getting into the actual color RGB noise that we probably see. So we had to keep it at a level where we didn't have the RGB noise. But with that being said, I'm trying to keep this simple for the beginner. Have fun. At the end of the day, have fun, and you'll start to explore and see where it could be better when you do the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. And by the time you continue to do these things over and over again, you will become more proficient, more better, and hitting the ground running as far as being a super professional in creating graphics in Photoshop. So just like that. So with that being said, we're just gonna wrap this up. I hope you found value in this, and see y'all in the next lesson. Later, y'all. Peace.